Good morning and welcome to a very different EVs and Beyond video. We are going to go on a bit of a drive today, but not a drive around the block or up the road or anywhere in particular. We're going to go and do about a 360 kilometre loop. But it's a very special loop. Now, many of you have been in the EV scene for a while would know about the Leading the Charge tours that have been going on now for a number of years, where they really go out to spread, I guess, the EV love and show how EVs can work. This year there's 3 loops. There's one up here in Northland, there's one in the lower North Island, there's one in the South Island. But of course, because Northland is cut off in level 2 away from Auckland, the tour has actually been cancelled. Oh, it's not cancelled, postponed till March next year or April next year. But because I'm over the border, the police checkpoint is about a kilometre that way, I figured we'd still do the loop. But doing it over 2 or 3 days just seems a little bit easy these days. So I'm going to do it in a day, in one go, maybe even more in morning. Well, I think we're going to get home about 12:30. It is 6:44 now. So yeah, we're going to go and do it. We're going to go up out from Mangawa here, Dargaville, Opunoni, through the Hokianga, round the back of the Bay of Islands, and back through Whangarei to home. So I think it's going to take us about 6 hours, maybe a little bit less, including charging. The car is charged. We have podcasts and the route planned out over there. I've got my co-pilot pug, Maddie, who you'll see a little on the trip, and the time lapse is running, so you'll get to watch pretty much the entire trip on that, but I'll stop a couple of times to talk to you. We are in Dargaville. Now, we didn't really need to stop here. I had kind of like 160 odd K on the clock left, but it was kind of time for a little bit of a comfort stop for myself and for the support pug that is somewhere back there. There she goes. So we figured we'd stop down here in Dargaville. There is a ChargeNet charger just over there, and it's really great. It's right on the waterfront. So we're just going to finish up, go to the bathroom, grab a little bit of charge, and then head on up through the beautiful, beautiful Kauri Forest up here to the Hokianga. Right, I'm hoping you can hear me because it's rather windy. If you look behind me, you'll see there the fantastic dunes of the Hokianga. We're at I think the Landing Cafe in Opunoni. So just behind me over there, the MG is charging away, tucked in there on a another ChargeNet unit. Thanks, ChargeNet. This is kind of the big charge. We've come in here with about 38% charge. I want to kind of hit about 80 before we go. If I split that charge in two on the way home, it might be slightly quicker, but sometimes it's just easier to do it in one. Trip's going really well. We're averaging about 19 odd kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. That's because, as you probably saw in the time lapse, I was having a little bit of fun through the mountains, through the Trouncin Forest Park, so where you'll see things like Tāne Mahuta and so forth. But just blasting along, having a great day. This is about as far as we get from home. From here, we're going to follow along inland again and then south back towards Mangawai. But first, I'm just going to make a bit of a call to a friend of mine. Now, Catherine, can you tell us a little bit about the history of the tours? I remember going on one in the very early days and seeing Steve West and co running extension cords out of motel windows to keep the cars moving.
Oh, those were the days, Richard. Yes, that was. We felt that we were being pioneers, and obviously, we're taking Teslas around the country. Steve West had his, Sean Dick had his, we had ours. We were taking Teslas to parts of the country that had never seen a Tesla in the flesh, and so we got lots and lots of people coming along to the events that we did, and we wanted people to experience, driving in Leafs if at all possible. So we felt we were the people selling the sizzle of EVs, but not actually selling the cars, if you understand me.
Mm-hmm. And that's still the same today? That's still the intent? I mean, there's a lot more electric vehicles out there these days.
To be honest, we realised the last long trip we did, which would have been the April 2019, we found that we could not get people to come for a drive in any car that we had there. They wanted to drive a Tesla, but nobody was going to let them drive their personal car. And really, people just wanted to use us as car salespeople almost. They wanted to get a steer on which car would be better for them. So we felt like we were sort of car consultants rather than EV enthusiasts, to be honest. And so certainly last year, 2020, obviously COVID affected, and this year we've done more of let's just go on a little bit of a road trip holiday, self-funded by all the participants. We still engage people as we're around and about, because most people recognise when there's at least 7 or 8 EVs parked up outside a cafe, they're going to find quite a few EV enthusiasts inside. So the aim of the trips has changed quite dramatically.
So, just making one last kind of unscheduled stop. We popped in here to the ChargeNet unit at Ruamahanga, where the McDonald's is. The dog needed a break, and I guess I needed one too, so I've ducked to the bathroom as well. But now it's the kind of last run through to Mangawai.